An experimental version of the plane has secretly been flying for almost 5 years.
The United States Air Force may have just revealed the future of aerial warfare. And the most shocking part, it may have already been flying in secret for years. While the world focused on fifth-generation fighters like the F-22 Raptor and the F-35, while military analysts debated whether China or Russia could eventually challenge America's dominance in the skies, the Pentagon was quietly working on something entirely different. Something faster than expected. Something stealthier than anything before it. Something so advanced that many experts believe it could redefine air combat for decades. The aircraft is called the F-47. And according to reports, this machine didn't suddenly appear overnight. It has allegedly spent nearly 5 years undergoing classified flight testing behind closed doors. Secret demonstrations, undisclosed flight hours, advanced systems tested far away from public eyes, not mock-ups, not computer renderings, real aircraft flying real missions. And for years, the world knew almost nothing about it. That secrecy alone tells you something important, because governments do not hide ordinary technology like this. They hide technology that changes the balance of power. And according to growing reports from defense insiders and military analysts, the F-47 may represent the single biggest leap in fighter aviation since the invention of stealth technology itself. But before we talk about what this aircraft can do, you need to understand why it was created. Because the F-47 wasn't built simply to replace older fighters. It was built because modern warfare itself is changing. For decades, American air dominance was nearly untouchable. Aircraft like the F-15 Eagle became legendary during the Cold War. The F-16 Fighting Falcon proved itself in conflicts across the world. Then came the F-22 Raptor, a fighter so advanced that no enemy aircraft has ever truly matched it. The F-22 combined stealth, speed, agility, and sensor technology in ways that completely transformed aerial combat. And later, the F-35 introduced an entirely different concept. A networked battlefield where information became just as important as weapons. Together, those aircraft gave the United States something incredibly powerful: control of the skies. And once you control the skies, you control almost everything else. Ground troops operate more safely. Naval fleets move more freely. Enemy supply lines become vulnerable. Precision strikes become possible. Air superiority isn't just an advantage. It's often the difference between victory and defeat. But over time, rival nations adapted. China invested billions into anti-access and area denial systems. Advanced missile networks, long-range radar installations, hypersonic weapons research, electronic warfare capabilities, new stealth aircraft programs. Russia pushed advanced air defense systems like the S-400 and S-500 while continuing development of modern fighter platforms. Slowly, the battlefield became more dangerous. The old assumption that American aircraft could operate freely anywhere in the world no longer felt guaranteed. And that created an urgent question inside the Pentagon. What comes after fifth-generation fighters? The answer became the next-generation air dominance program, and eventually, the F-47. Now, here's where things start sounding almost unbelievable. One of the biggest engineering problems in military aviation has always been balancing speed and stealth. Historically, aircraft designers had to compromise. If you wanted extreme speed, you generated massive heat and radar signatures. If you wanted extreme stealth, you often sacrificed speed and maneuverability. Fast aircraft became easier to detect. Stealth aircraft became slower. That trade-off shaped fighter design for decades. But according to reports surrounding the F-47, American engineers may have finally overcome that limitation. The aircraft is believed to sustain speeds exceeding Mach 2, while maintaining an extraordinarily low radar signature. Think about that carefully. An aircraft flying more than twice the speed of sound, while remaining incredibly difficult to detect. That changes everything. Because speed in modern warfare isn't just about flying fast. Speed means positioning advantage. It means reduced enemy reaction time. It means missiles launched with greater kinetic energy. It means entering and leaving hostile territory before defenses can fully respond. A faster aircraft controls the fight, and the F-47 may be faster than anything else currently designed for stealth combat operations. But what truly makes this aircraft revolutionary is how it combines speed with survivability. Older stealth coatings often struggled under extreme heat. At high speeds, temperatures could degrade radar-absorbing materials and reduce effectiveness. The F-47 reportedly uses advanced next-generation materials capable of surviving sustained supersonic operations while preserving stealth performance. That means the aircraft doesn't need to choose between speed and invisibility. It can potentially maintain both simultaneously. And that capability alone could completely reshape future air warfare. Imagine enemy radar systems scanning the sky for threats. Normally, high-speed aircraft create signatures that are easier to detect and track, but the F-47 may appear only briefly, or possibly too late for effective interception. By the time enemy defenses recognize what happened, the aircraft may already be gone. That level of survivability creates enormous strategic advantages, especially in regions like the Pacific. Military planners increasingly believe future conflicts could involve massive operational distances across oceans and heavily defended territories. That creates logistical nightmares for conventional aircraft. Fighters require tanker support. Tankers become vulnerable. Operations become more complicated. The F-47 appears specifically designed to solve that problem. Reports suggest the aircraft could possess dramatically extended range compared to previous fighters. That means deeper penetration into contested airspace without relying heavily on aerial refueling. Imagine launching from bases hundreds or even thousands of miles away, crossing hostile territory at supersonic speed, completing precision strike missions, and returning before enemy forces can effectively react. That's the kind of capability military planners dream about. But even that is only part of the story, because the F-47 isn't meant to fight alone. And this is where the future becomes truly fascinating. The Air Force is developing a concept called collaborative combat aircraft, often referred to as loyal wingman drones. These are AI-assisted unmanned aircraft designed to operate alongside the F-47 during missions. But these aren't simple drones remotely controlled from the ground. They are intelligent battlefield systems. Some may carry missiles, some may conduct reconnaissance, others may jam enemy radar, some may serve as decoys, others may intercept incoming threats. Instead of one fighter entering combat alone, the F-47 could command an entire network of autonomous aircraft. One pilot, multiple combat systems, shared battlefield awareness, shared targeting data, shared sensors. This transforms the fighter from a single aircraft into the center of a combat ecosystem. And that may be the biggest shift in aerial warfare since the introduction of jet engines. Because future wars may not be won simply by the fastest aircraft or the largest missile. They may be won by whichever military can process information faster, coordinate systems better, and overwhelm enemies through networked intelligence. The F-47 appears designed exactly for that future. And according to reports, these technologies aren't theoretical anymore. They're already being tested. Secret demonstrator aircraft reportedly accumulated hundreds of flight hours during classified development programs. That means engineers weren't just imagining future capabilities. They were validating them in real-world conditions. Stealth performance, supersonic cruise, AI integration, sensor fusion, drone coordination, thermal management, all tested years before the public even learned the aircraft existed. And honestly, that level of secrecy may have been intentional from the beginning, because uncertainty itself becomes a strategic weapon. If rival nations don't fully understand what your aircraft can do, they must plan for worst-case scenarios. That changes military calculations long before conflict ever begins. And right now, many analysts believe America may possess a significant technological lead in sixth-generation warfare. China continues unveiling ambitious concepts. Russia continues discussing advanced programs. But there's a major difference between displaying concepts and secretly flying mature demonstrators for years. That head start matters, because military technology compounds rapidly. The first nation to master adaptive propulsion gains an advantage. The first to perfect AI-assisted combat gains another. The first to integrate stealth, networking, sensors, and autonomous systems into one platform gains even more. And according to growing evidence, the United States may currently lead in all those categories simultaneously. That's why the F-47 matters so much. This isn't simply another fighter aircraft. It represents an entirely new philosophy of warfare, a system built not only to dominate today's battlefields, but to control the battle spaces of the future. The aircraft itself is only one part of a much larger vision. A vision where aircraft, drones, satellites, sensors, and AI systems operate together as a unified force. And if these reports are accurate, future conflicts may look completely different from anything we've seen before. The skies are changing. Technology is evolving faster than ever. And the race for air superiority has officially entered a new era. The question now is simple: can any nation catch up? Or has the United States already taken a lead so massive that the rest of the world may spend decades trying to close the gap? Because if the F-47 performs anywhere near what analysts believe, the future of aerial warfare may already belong to America. And the most incredible part? We still probably don't know everything this aircraft can actually do. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos covering military technology, classified aerospace programs, and next-generation weapon systems. And now I want to hear from you. Do you believe the F-47 will become the most dominant fighter aircraft ever built? Or do you think another country could eventually surpass it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.